That's quite interesting. Well, that's quite interesting. It looks like I might have been right about the shock test. I sat there and uh, told you all about the fault lines and things like that in Florida. Well, there is now a new story out that says the shock test may have caused the collapse of that condo. And because let's see here. One pervasive question some observers have is if the U.S. Navy shock test of new warship off Florida coast on June 18th may have triggered the tragedy a few days later at approximately 1:30 a.m. on June 24th. Points Inlet is roughly 25 miles north of Surfside. The USS Geraldport was positioned about 100 miles from Points Inlet in Volusia County when a 400,000 pound explosive was detonated in the water. Official video provided to the public on Twitter shows the explosive that was so intense that it registered a 3.9 earthquake. So now they got people checking this out, saying that this may have happened, which is quite interesting to see that I may have been right. I wasn't just whistling Dixie or talking shit out my ass like by others. I've been told that by others, by the way. So, and here is the link to this. So even I am not the only one thinking that it could have happened through that, which is quite interesting. I'll get the link here and paste. And there's the link to that. Hopefully that works. I'll try to redo it. Uh, so I thought that was quite interesting to read, quite interesting to see. And some people just called me stupid and an ignorant idiot. Guess what? The ignorant idiot might have been just right. Oopsie. Uh, wow. The dumbass redneck might be right. Dumbass redneck that don't know anything might be right, which I've been told that I was a dumbass redneck that I didn't know anything about what was going on about that. So I thought that was quite interesting to see. The dumbass redneck might just be right that the shock test that the Navy was doing might have caused that condo to fall, along with several other buildings that had fallen in the state of Florida after that happened. Because the state of Florida is not set up for earthquakes on their buildings. They are set up for tropical storms and hurricanes and high winds and things like that as well. So they are looking into this right now. 3.9 earthquake was registered off of that explosion. So down there at Surfside. Wow. So on that note, I hope everybody's having a good morning. I know I am. I love it when people call me a dumbass redneck who don't know anything, and I get to prove them wrong. So they're going to check that out, and they're going to do probably find that because they were on top of a fault line, it probably happened. Yes, I am. I don't understand why they would knowingly, though, because anybody can look at the maps and see the maps and see all the fault lines and things like that, uh, where knowingly set off a fucking bomb on top of a 400,000 pound bomb on top of a fault line, unless they intended to do damage to the state of Florida. Which I can see that happening, being that the governor of Florida does not coincide with what the United States government wants done. It has been proving them wrong left and right down there in Florida throughout since the COVID thing started. So now one expert says that they don't believe that it uh, uh, could have been that, and he's trying to. But this is how stupid the guy is. He's trying to equate an earthquake from California, which California is earthquake prone and has buildings built to withstand earthquakes. Florida is not earthquake prone. Okay. Uh, they have one every now and again, and they're very, very seldom. So the buildings are not made to withstand earthquakes. That's what one quote unquote expert said. But that's how stupid this expert is, supposed expert is, quote unquote, because he's trying to equate earthquakes with California versus earthquakes uh, from Florida. When Florida is not earthquake prone, the buildings are not made to withstand uh, earthquakes. They're made to withstand tropical storms. The where California, they are very earthquake prone, and the buildings are made to handle the shocks of earthquakes. And they got to go through some type of testing and things like that to make sure they are more resistant to earthquakes. So that just shows you even how little the supposed experts seem to know, even when they start talking. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure out what these two states are prone for and what the buildings are made to withstand. I remember when a 3.9 hit right there in Missouri in New Madrid, and the 3.9 knocked down about 17 buildings and damaged about 40 others in New Madrid, Missouri. About what was that, 15 years ago, maybe 16 years ago. I happen to be living in Puxico, Missouri, which is about 100 miles away from there, and I felt that earthquake, and it actually knocked me out of my bed. And did slight damage to the store in Puxico, Missouri. That was a 3.9. So, and guess what? Some of them buildings are now the store that was damaged in Puxico was an older building that didn't have the earthquake code along with them when it was built. There is now on the New Madrid fault because of the ability of that particular fault making 5.5s and things like that on a fairly regular basis. It will. They had started making a lot of the buildings to earthquake in them areas, just in case. But a lot of the older buildings, not up to the code of the earthquake, did have problems, and they had a lot of problems in that area. So that was just from a little 3.9 because they aren't up to code. I just thought I'd let you see that, and that there are people going to check it out now and see if that actually was a cause that helped it to fall or whatnot with that condo down there on Surfside. But of course, the United States government is not going to take responsibility for something like that, and we know that. They can't admit when they make a mistake or have a fault because they're gods. Gods don't make mistakes, and gods don't have fault. So, at least that's what they think in their mind. The government thinks in their mind, which has been proven through their own wording and things like that. By wanting to remove God and then calling where they reside a what was that particular word? I forget how they used it, but it basically means a religious area or a religious site. Uh, so that means they must think they're gods if they don't want God there, and they still call it a religious site. That you know. But I thought I'd bring that to your attention that there are others that believe that are experts, that are experts in earthquakes, that got the PhD and the doctorates and and all that for earthquakes, uh, for seismology and things like that. Are thinking the same thing the dumbass redneck thought. What, almost a week ago now. So, but if any of you all are interested and would like to come up, you're more than welcome to. Link. There's 7 people in here. No one's talking though. Why? Maybe it's not something they're interested in. I'm not on a bitching, ranting rave. Too bad. It's just I love people who call me a dumbass redneck that don't know nothing wrong. love it. It's great. It's awesome when that happens. But anybody's welcome to come up. At least say hi. You know, up to you. I know I got my thing going. It says 11 people are watching. No one talking. If y'all are talking, I apologize if I'm not seeing it. Why I wouldn't be seeing it. It's a lot of people though. Hey, there's Swimmy. What's up, Swimmy? It's too early. Ah, wake the fuck up. Too early. I haven't even slept, so I don't know what you're talking about too early. To me, it's too damn late. Uh, get some coffee, damn it. Get some coffee. Let's see. So I just thought I thought you'd like to know. I'm just going through stuff here. See what else type of news might be here. Lots of bull crap about all these famous people and their bullshit. They have now found 12 dead also in that Surfside condo thing, and 149 are still missing. Sad. There's they were talking about the heat wave there in Canada and in the northwest states and then Canada. They they're saying that a bunch of people have died due to that. That's quite an interesting thing too. Being that Melvin has been on Dirty Mike's showing his thermometer, where it's showing it's 118 degrees, feels like 118 degrees, and in the shade. That's freaking insane for Canada. You get feel like temperatures 118 degrees. That's like major hot for fucking Canada. Major overboard for that. But then again, here in New York, it's been feel like temperatures 100, 110, 115, which is still insane. First cool night we've had, halfway decently sleeping night we've had for last 30 days. It got down to low 70s last night, but it's already up to 75 degrees at 7:08. Now today they're saying it's supposed to rain, get 85 degrees and 66 for the low. And then Friday is supposed to be interesting. It's 69 and 60 with rain uh, on Friday. Go from one extreme to the other, you know. Trying to bring up the weather map now. Yeah, it looks like it's raining in Toronto and all of them, but all the rain's been missing us here, which is proven by the look on the grass, man. The grass is dying big time around here. It's turning brown instead of being green. And that rain's going to be out of Toronto quick. It's like fast moving shit. I might not be on here long. I am starting to get a little tired. Like I said, I haven't slept all night, so I am getting a little tired. I did have some rain at least last night with thunderstorms and stuff like that. Had a little bit of wind here. Knocked out my internet for till almost 3:30 this morning. And it started at why Dirty Mike was having his ladies' night. Then I came back on for a little bit, and then Salty. I went over to Salty's real quick. Was there for about 20 minutes, and then I dropped off Salty's because the lights started flickering here again, and I was like, okay, well. Then about 5 minutes after that, I lost my internet again until about 3:30. So, hey, keeper of the list, how are you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing good. That's why I wound up missing ladies' night and most of Salty stream last night. Sort of sucked, but that's just the breaks in the game, you know. Unfortunately, the internet around here is old. It's where I'm at is still old and not updated. They say sometime by next year it'll be updated and working better. That's what they say. If it happens, I don't know. I do think it's funny that there are experts with PhDs and doctorates and all that, and seismology and earthquake studies and things like that, that are seeing what I saw almost a week ago, that the shock test could have possibly made the condo fall. Hey, Carl, the shock test could have possibly made the condo fall in Surfside, Miami. You don't need a doctorate or a PhD figure out setting a 4,000-pound explosive off on a fault line is going to possibly cause damage. Don't take a PhD or a doctorate to figure out that buildings in California are built to withstand earthquakes. Where the buildings in Florida are built to withstand hurricanes, not rumbling and not rumbling and movement of the earth. So those of you who called me just a dumbass redneck because I didn't have PhD, I don't have a doctorate or whatever, seismology. Maybe you might want to use your brain use your head other than for something to put a freaking hat on. It didn't take no rocket scientist to figure that out. It didn't take someone with a doctorate. It didn't take someone with a PhD to figure that out either. I was saying it almost a week before these experts claim they have figured this out. All common sense. I'm not trying to be a dickhead to y'all, but maybe you might need to figure out what common sense is about. You know, I'm not talking to everybody out there. I'm talking about the ones that just called me a dumbass redneck that didn't know what I was talking about when I said this almost a week ago that it could have been caused by the shock tests that the government was doing on top of the fault line in the state of Florida. That the condo may have fallen because of that. Now there's experts going to go check it out and actually see and do tests on the fault line to see if that actually might have actually done something. Uh, they're also going to check and see how the damage was done by the way things had fallen and things like that to get a to get their expert knowledge of how it fell, other than the pushed narrative. Hey, Kelly May Ward, how are you? I hope you're well, girl. So good, 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 Kelly. Good. I'm glad to hear that. If anybody wants, like I said, if anybody wants to come up on the panel while I'm here, here's the link. You can come on up. Anybody's welcome. Yeah, if you got any things to say about the about what I've been talking about, or anything else for that matter, anybody's welcome up here. All right, Callie, I sure will try to be. I sure will try to be, huh? You're probably right. If I'm thinking what it is, you're right. I will be. I'll be happy to see that. But I hope everybody's having a good morning. It's finally cooled down. It got actually a decent temperature last night. It got down in the low 70s for the high or for the low. Yes, Carl, in Eufaula, Florida, two buildings fell in Eufaula, and then one near Jacksonville fell just south of Jacksonville, in between Jacksonville and St. Petersburg. And then another one just north of Miami by about 155 miles north of Miami. One fell as well. All on the East Coast, near where they near where the fault line, just off of the fault line there, and things like that. I know, I know, Carl. They that's what I was saying when I talked about it the other day. Hey, Guru. Hey, hermaphrodite. That's funny, Herb. Hey, Ricky G, how you doing? Uh, it's been humid here. I'm sure I didn't even check the humidity here, what the humidity is. Uh, it's just nice to get down into the low 70s. They are saying we are going to probably have another heat advisory possibly today. But Thursday and Friday, Saturday, it's supposed to cool down and be nice for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, which is good. Then the fourth, it's going to be really nice, 81, 63. humidity's 83% here right now. So it's pretty humid here. Well, not out west, New Guru, from what they're saying. Hell, the beaches out there in Western Canada look like the beaches you would go to in Florida right now. You see the heat waves coming off in the pictures and shit like that. Freaking ridiculous, man, out there. I like it too, to an extent. I just don't like it at night when I'm trying to sleep. You wake up and when you wake up and you got to take your pillow to the dang washing machine and wash it because you done sweated so much. That ain't cool. Ah, good, guru, new guru, good. Glad to hear that for y'all because they were saying that was killing people out there in Canada and in the northwest United States. That's one thing I liked about Florida is you always had that cool breeze coming off the Gulf, or you had the cool breeze coming off the Atlantic. One of the two, you know, and were always nice at night. And then when I was living on the river, that was like being spoiled as hell because any light breeze that was coming through, you know, they always got cooled off. Always got cooled off by the river. You know, I am doing pretty good. I'm tired right now, Callie. Other than that, I'm doing pretty good, Callie. Um, like I said, I'm enjoying this little bit cooler air. You like the heat too, but 40 degrees Celsius plus is insane. Yes, it is, new guru. I was talking earlier about how Melvin had come on to Mike's there and showed us a couple of times where his thermometer was 118 degrees, and that's freaking insane for Canada. You know, I mean, very insane. Oh yeah, that was part of the good thing about being on the river, you know. And then I wasn't too far. Yeah, I bet if you get what I think you're getting on Saturday, I bet you are wishing Saturday was there. Uh, uh, but yeah, that was the cool thing about being there where I was at on the river is I had them spring. I had a spring just less than a half a mile up from me, you know. And then I could have, that was going upstream. If I went downstream to it, almost 4.5, 5 miles downstream, there was a nice spring down there called Manatee Springs. And them springs stayed 72 degrees, you know. And that, I'll tell you what, when you first jump into 72-degree water, when you're used to 98, 100 degrees with humidity 80, 80 plus percent to 90 plus percent, that'll take your breath away quick. I found that out the hard way a couple of times, but it was worth it. I miss them springs. I really do. Being able to get in them springs and just cool down and enjoy your day. Miss that. Or being able to just jump in the river, when it was hot. I miss that too. Got a river just down the way from here, but I wouldn't suggest jumping in that river. You might come out glowing if you could jumped in that river. That river's pretty nasty, pretty polluted, which is a damn shame because it's a pretty little river. It'd be a pretty little river if it wasn't so polluted and nasty. I don't even know the name of that little river, but it comes out into the Great Lakes. Yeah, it's so nasty and polluted that you probably. Yeah, I need to find a pool around here, I guess, Callie, but I think most of the pools are still closed down right now around here. They're just now opening up stuff, and I don't think it's a very high priority to have the pools open here in New York right now. They have opened up a few of the fire hydrants and things like that for people to get into while it was hot. Yeah, you're right on that, Herm. A lot of it's so polluted you don't want to get in it. You're right. But some of it ain't as polluted as what they want you to think it is, too. Like, I used to go swimming in the Gulf of Mexico. They said, "Oh, you're gonna get sick. You're gonna have this happen. You're gonna do this." Da 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 da. I ain't never had a problem swimming in the Gulf of Mexico. I know very few people who've had a problem swimming in the Gulf of Mexico. Uh, you know, so, and they've been swimming in the Gulf of Mexico all their life. Uh, the Swanee River. I know very few people who've had uh, problems swimming in the Swanee River. There you go, Herb. Swimming glacier streams, very clean water. Yeah, very cold ass water too, dude. that'll that'll make your nuts go up to your chin trying to get away from that cold ass water, dude. Gooder. In glacier water, you're gonna teabag yourself because your nuts are trying to get away from it. Yeah, great in summer. Whew. I would, oh man, I'd die. I know it. I'd jump in there and go. I, I, I'd take a gulp of water because I'd go. uh, 72-degree water. That water coming out of the ground there, out of the aquifer, out of them springs is cold enough down there in Florida. I could just imagine what 48, 52 degrees. Oh yeah, I guarantee you it'll wake you up in a quick. I guarantee you it would. Like I said, I probably won't be on here too long, guys. Probably another 10, 15 minutes. And I'm gonna probably try to hit the sack, try to get some sleep before it does get warm for the day. Like I said, it's supposed to get somewhat warm today. Already 75 degrees. It's supposed to get up to 84. But like I said, the next 3 days are going to be really nice. And then Monday's going to suck. And it's supposed to cool back down and be rainy again. Well, it ain't. Well, Monday ain't gonna suck too bad. It's gonna get down to 72 for a low, so that's still. I can do this 72 for a low. All right, Herm. Have a good one. Oh yeah, you ain't kidding, you Guru. That's why buzzed my hair off, man. I couldn't handle this heat with it on there. Uh, I learned to do that down in Florida, man. Try to keep that shit off your head. It keeps you that it gives you make sure you stay that much cooler, you know. Even though I have to admit, when I was younger and I could handle the heat a lot better, I used to have my hair really long. Down in Florida, uh, I used to have my hair down to the middle of my back. I kept it at the middle of my back when I was younger in Florida. Always had long hair for a long time, real long hair. Then I figured out it's a hell of a lot cooler having no hair. But Swammy is right. It is a little early. I just wanted to come on and say, there you go, guys. If you use common sense, you can figure out some of this stuff. Uh, and the dumbass redneck won't ain't make you look too much like a fool by y'all saying by the my critics saying that you're just dumbass redneck. You don't know what you're talking about. A lot of people out there figured that out as well didn't have that didn't have the PhDs and doctorates too. Just saying. Yes, you are correct, Ricky G. It does save on shampoo. You don't have to use it, but maybe a tenth of what you normally do with someone long hair. You're correct, Ricky G. That's funny. But yeah, even cut. My beard when I have my beard too. Cutting that off. When you start sweating by the end of the day, that beard gets real itchy. It gets real nasty feeling and grungy feeling and scrubby feeling. So it was nice to even cut off the beard. Yes, it does save on the hairdresser or barber. You're correct. Mhm. It saves you a little bit of money on some stuff. You're correct. I have never been so glad to done something in my life. That was that, especially since this heat wave came along. You know. So it was a lifesaver, I think, to cut my hair off. Saved me a lot of problems. Or the farmer just put a story out, and the title is Memphis, Tennessee Officer Antonio Marshall, 114-mile-an-hour crash. That's quite interesting to see. Well, well, y'all, I am going to go ahead and call this for right now. I'll try to come on later, or I'll see y'all somewhere else later in someone else's stream. You try to have a good rest of your day, good morning, evening, afternoon, or night, wherever the case may be, wherever you're at. Uh, if you're getting cooler weather, enjoy it. Hey, NL, I'm well right now, buddy. I'm well. Y'all have a good morning, evening, afternoon, or night, and I will talk to you later. I can't wait until Saturday to see what Callie has gotten. I have a pretty good feeling. I know what she's getting Saturday, so and she's right. I can't wait to see it. So, but y'all, okay, yep. Talk to you another time, buddy. Y'all have a good. I am out of here.